The talk of this town, despite the Vince Lombardi Trophy being up for grabs between Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, and the 16-3 Kansas City Chiefs, being up for grabs for Jalen Hurts and the 16-3 Philadelphia Eagles. The biggest game, the whole country's going to stop and watch. The whole world will stop and watch, as we had Ian Eagle on this show earlier this week talking about calling the game for the world feed, the international feed. But the talk here in this town, every single human being, certainly that lives here in Phoenix, talking about the fact that Kevin Durant is coming to town.
Bro.
The trade deadline in the NBA has interrupted Super Bowl week, and it has blown it actually up and off of the top of your news stacks wherever you acquire your news and its stacks. Kevin Durant is coming to Phoenix in a wide-open Western Conference. That's all we've been talking about the last few weeks, is who is going to take over this wide-open Western Conference, where all you need to do is go on a 5-game winning streak, and you can go from 13th in the conference right all the way up to 4. Or if you're sitting there 4th, a 5-game losing streak puts you right out of the running for even the play-in tournament. It is that close. It is that wide open. It is that ready. And just when you saw the Lakers acquire D'Angelo Russell back, let's not forget, that was one of Magic Johnson's first maneuvers when he stepped into the front office there, was getting him out because he wasn't the point guard, ready to be that point guard, D'Angelo Russell. Well, now he's back as a crucial piece for LeBron James and the Lakers to try and put something together in that Western Conference. And then a few hours later, Kevin Durant comes here as the Brooklyn Nets, after sending Kyrie Irving to Dallas, decide to break the whole shebang up and send Kevin Durant here for some good players and 4 first-rounders and a second-round choice. And you have to sit here and think the Phoenix Suns are going to win the Western Conference right now when Devin Booker comes back healthy and CP3 is distributing the ball and DeAndre Ayton is doubling his way through 48 minutes. That's the best roster that the Western Conference can put out there on the court. And people here in Phoenix are wigging out. They are flipping out that they went ahead and made this maneuver.
Rich, I know you're not paying close attention to this, but
why would you say
yesterday,
that?
hours before the trade, Phoenix 18-1 to win the NBA title. Today, second best odds, plus 425. Only Boston has better odds than Phoenix to win the title.
So they are now
number 2.
But so that would make them number 1 in the Western Conference.
That would make them number 1 in the West.
Ding, ding.
There's no other way to look at this.
And you know, it's funny, when Kyrie Irving got traded on Sunday, you know, Chris Haynes from Yahoo had the report of like, and the Suns might go after Kevin Durant should he become available. We're like, yeah, no kidding, but why is Kevin Durant going to be available? Is Brooklyn just going to blow everything up?
And the answer is yes.
Yes, yeah. That's absolutely what they did. James Harden, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, their big 3 that Brooklyn thought was going to bring them a title, finally all gone in less than a year. Crazy stuff in the NBA right now.
That's historically bad, right? Like everyone thought that this team, that big 3, was
historically bad.
Well, I mean,
they have nothing.
And now
left
Ben
to show.
Simmons is the Will Smith gif, you know, at the end of Fresh Prince, just standing there looking at the empty house.
Well, it's Ben Simmons'
Where
Brooklyn
did everybody
Nets now.
go?
Well,
It's his Brooklyn Nets now.
I mean, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
And
with
Spencer Dinwiddie might have something.
well,
to say about
with a couple of Mavs and a trio of Phoenix Suns that are showing up there, and all of those draft choices. And there's also a lot of chatter in this town. I wouldn't understand this, that Chris Paul would be traded before the end of the day. Why is that a large conversation right now? Why would they go ahead and get Durant and try and start focusing on getting Chris Paul's money off the books? I know Durant is an expensive player. You know, he's in a high rent district all by himself. Who would be that person on the Phoenix Suns staff to tell Kevin Durant that Chris Paul has now been traded?
Welcome, and guess what?
And point guard is out.
Your future Hall of Famer is out too. I can't imagine they would do something like that. And now
maybe
you have to sit here and think Chris Paul's going to get his ring. This is his best chance ever to get his ring.
Rich.
That even if he does get that dreaded soft tissue injury or somebody else does, because something is always off with Chris Paul when he reaches the second round of the NBA playoffs, and he's lucky to just get to the championship round of his conference. this is it for him.
I mean, don't
I would
forget,
say this is his
they
best last chance.
They were up 2-0 on Milwaukee in the finals, so that's
Right.
the bar now. Like
That's
Phoenix has to make the finals again
And win.
and be up 2-0 on somebody, Boston, Philly, whoever comes out of
Correct.
the East. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Chris Paul seems snake bitten for that title, TJ.
He
so I
really
don't know
does.
if they're really going to get it.
But now, like, look at what Chris Paul does, right? He can just be the grand facilitator. All Chris Paul has to do is worry about distributing the rock. He's got Booker, he's got KD, he's got two guys who at the end of the game want that last shot, who have no problem taking the last shot. Chris has
Right.
just got to do his thing. You don't have to get the 16 points for Chris Paul. Let him distribute the rock. Let him do his little pull-up jumpers from 12, 15 feet, and the Suns are going to get busy.
How good do you think the Lakers are going to be now with D'Angelo Russell and Russ is gone? He was, by the way, a really
was
crucial
playing well,
piece for this
man.
team
I
coming
know.
off of the bench as a sixth man. Now he's going to Utah. He'll be with the Jazz.
But he's going to get
And
bought
so-
out.
Shout out Coach
The
Vince.
expectation is that he's never going to play for them.
Yeah.
Right.
He's going to be a free agent. So, I mean, really, the Lakers could just pick him back up for a veteran's minimum here in like a week if they really wanted to.
Now, is that possible? Can you do that?
Yeah.
Okay. I wondered about that.
His role for what he was doing, for what he accepted, finally
Right.
coming off the bench,
Yes.
being part of that second unit, and then, as we saw, he was out there in crunch time. He was part of the closing lineup and was playing well. LeBron sets a scoring record. People forget, Russell Westbrook had 27 points the other night. He was playing really well. And I'm like, I guess they just really wanted him out. You know, the reports of the halftime blow up with Darvin Ham, maybe that finally had something to do with it, getting him out of there. But it's just interesting where he's going to end up now. He'd be on a fifth team in 5 years.
Yeah. I mean, word is, of course, I hear that the Clippers would be interested in him. That would be interesting. I don't know if
Why not? You guys were rumored to be in on Kyrie, too.
that's true.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.